Hannah Soul Powderly, and we're talking Pop Shop. I'm here today with Tricia Auten, CEO and founder and owner of Pretty Hunter Jewelry. Thank you so much for being here today, Tricia. We're so excited to have Pretty Hunter as part of Pop Shop.
Thank you for having us. We are very excited. And along with our jewelry that we bring, we also have women's apparel.
It's amazing. I've taken a look at the website and I've seen, the t-shirts are just the slogans on them, be pretty and all that. But, you can also, there was one that was a men's shirt that I forgot what the slogan was, but I love, there was a men's t-shirt that I thought was great too. And it's women's and men's jewelry and apparel that you specialize in, right?
It is. So in terms of the jewelry side of it, we do have a men's line called Hunter Hardware.
And I looked at that on the site, and I love that soap, the black soap that you have on there, the Alpha soap, I think it's called.
Yes.
It smells unbelievable. It's better than any cologne, I think.
I agree.
And so why don't you tell everyone a little bit about you and how you started Pretty Hunter?
Well, thank you. So yes, I started the brand 7 years ago, and it certainly was a personal endeavor of mine to get back out in the woods and explore nature. Whether I wasn't sure what that looked like at the time, but I knew that I wanted to get out and just be adventurous and see what I came across. And it led me to hunting and fishing, but also just being out in nature. And then I quickly realized there was brand opportunity. And so within the hunting industry, I felt like if you looked around, some women kind of left their feminism behind to be in a man's world. And I thought, it's okay to be pretty inside and out and enjoy the liberties of hunting. So that's how Pretty Hunter was born. And I love to dispel the idea that our brand is just for women that hunt, because truly all women hunt. The word means to pursue with conviction. And I'm convinced all women do that on the daily, whether we pursue a bargain, a target, an animal, a man. We all hunt.
We do, and opportunities for ourselves. I think, especially with the recent passing of, Ruth Bader Ginsburg. I mean, she was always hunting for an opportunity, with her voice and to lead with women. And you as a women-led business, what are some challenges that you've had to face along the way?
I would say the most challenging part is growing a family of 3 kids and growing a business. That's the combination and trying to make both of those very successful. It has its challenges, but also extremely rewarding. So I think that's the biggest challenge, just balancing all of it.
That's what I was just going to say. You're probably hunting for balance all the time. Like balance.
Yes, and I'm still hunting for balance.
The inspiration for your jewelry, I really find it incredibly innovative. I think it has sort of a positive environmental aspect and a creativity level that I don't think I've seen in jewelry making. So for those of the people at home who are watching who don't know, tell them where the main aspects of your jewelry, where they come from.
Well, every element we bring to any one design that I come up with always is inspired by the elements of strength and beauty. So we represent the beauty with the Swarovski crystals. We've always only used Swarovski. They are brilliant and beautiful and shine just like every woman should. And then we represent strength and empowerment by the bullets. So we cut the ends of bullets or use the whole casing, and that's incorporated into all of our designs.
And these shell casings, where do you find them?
We partner with all of our local gun ranges, and we actually buy them for brass prices, and everybody feels like they're doing their part in repurposing. They're always very proud that we're taking the ammo that otherwise would fill a landfill, and we're doing something with it.
I would guess that the question would be, how many casings do you usually use in the course of a year, just out of curiosity, to create your jewelry line?
That's a really good question. Typically, pre-COVID, we go through 4 55-gallon drums, which are probably around 250,000 rounds of ammo.
Wow.
Yeah. otherwise, again, that will fill a landfill. I mean, there are people that reload, and most people do not, though. So they usually end up in a landfill or at a metal scrapper.
Oh wow! And just so pounds and pounds of pounds, I mean thousands of pounds are just being saved. This is amazing. And also to look at it, I mean, unless you really, to in my eye, unless you really look closely, it just looks like beautiful pieces of jewelry. There's belt buckles, which I love. I think they're just great statement buckles. And again, such an innovation to be able to see that. How did you first come up with the idea to look at something like that, shell casings and bullets, and then say, oh, I could make something beautiful and decorative out of that?
Again, truly, I was inspired by my brand. We came out with apparel and some of the graphics and the sayings first, and so inspired by that, one of our most famous quotes is from Annie Oakley. I ain't afraid to love a man. I ain't afraid to shoot him either. I mean, some people want to hear the tail end of that, but if you look at the entire message, she's saying, I will be vulnerable. I will love you, but I also will be strong if I need to. So everything I design is inspired with those two elements in mind. And we want women to feel stronger and more beautiful from our creations that they put on.
I think it has, a very classic feel to it. I mean, it's really, it's the hardware is impeccable. I mean, I've seen the belt buckles in person, and they just, if I showed my stomach area, I would wear the belts all the time, but I don't. I don't want to cover it up. But even, there's a delicacy to it, and like
Oh, absolutely.
the balance of the hard and the soft,
Mm-hmm.
the high and the low with the Swarovski and the shell casings. I just think it's really, it's stunning, and it's an
Thank you.
unusual pairing, and one that I think will give a lot of style to people's outfits. And you're right, people, I'm sure with hunting gear, I'm sure it's not even geared towards women normally.
No, and above and beyond women of the outdoors, I mean, it allows them to represent what they love to do without having to do it in camo. But, women that are just seeking some unique fashion love our designs because it's something different. And and I feel very strongly to share, we use as many American made parts as we can. And the majority of our parts are American made. So, I feel strongly about that. It's something I love giving my children a lesson in life that if you can find it on our soil, you should try to use it at whatever cost that might look like. And so I'm very proud of the fact that our parts are here in America.
Yeah, it's huge. I mean, certainly everything at POPSHOP basically is made in the USA.
Oh, great.
It's all the artists are, either we have artists coming in from New Orleans. The only thing is not, but again, it's locally sourcing is we have a designer from Italy, from Milan, who's showing his home goods. But I mean, Italian fabrics, how can you beat them anyways? But, I would say, and again, the entrepreneur aspect of it, these are all American businesses, American artists, American designers, except for the one Italian.
Yeah.
But it's really, I think it's so important, especially now with everything going on in our world and in our country, to really focus on, what we have, the resources we have at home, the people who are trying to do, amazing things on their own at home. And how has your business evolved over the last few months? I'm sure it's gone through changes like everybody's has.
Oh, yeah. We lost a significant amount of business that are big purchase orders that, of course, we relied on, but we wiggled where we had to wiggle. We reached out to we're in just under 200 stores across the nation. So we wholesale our product into stores, and, we reached out and tried to service them and do as much as we could for them. So it has evolved. We've evolved to be a little bit more direct to consumer online, and just forming stronger bonds with the store owners that carry our stuff currently.
Again, that's so important. I know as a small business and then working with other small businesses, and I know you probably have, larger accounts that you deal with, but I from what I know about your brand, you focus just as much on the small accounts as the big, huge ones.
Always.
It's a great way to do business. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Is there anything that you're going to be debuting maybe at POPSHOP, or new things you have coming up that you wanted to announce?
Well, we recently have released more pieces to our collection that is the boho collection. And they're stunning. They're the tassel necklaces. We just recently, within the last couple of weeks, released, we are now using African porcupine quills that I brought back from my hunt in Africa. And it's a beautiful tassel necklace. It has an African porcupine quill out of the end of it, out of the end of a 22 cartridge. And it's stunning. It's such a great conversational piece when you wear it. Although you have to be careful because you could poke yourself now and then. So I would say featuring in some of our best-selling collections is our Striking Silver collection, Untamed Aqua, and our Boho collection, which will all be featured at the pop-up.
Oh, I'm so excited. I can't wait. I'll be trying it all on. Trust me.
Good.
Yes, I will. Snapping the pictures as everybody will. So, well, it's just for people, how can they find you if they wanted to connect with you more on your social media or on your website? Just wanted to make sure to give the info.
Yes, thank you for asking. So we have a pretty strong social page on Facebook and Instagram, and we do a lot of giveaways, and it's Pretty Hunter USA. Above and beyond that, we have our website, which is prettyhunter.com.
Wonderful. Tricia, thank you so, so much. I'm so excited. I don't want to take any more of your time. I know you're very busy, and I really appreciate you being a part of POPSHOP and helping us, bring it all home for women-led businesses and artists and designers. So thank you so much.
Well, Hannah, thank you for inviting us. We really look forward to it.